So here is my super mega grocery haul. I say that because it cost me an absolute fortune, but I'll take you through that now. Alright, so the original plan was to hit Coles, check the butcher and the fruit shop for any good deals, and then I was going to head to Callanvale and get like my milk and all of that from the Woolworths. I didn't buy anything cold, and then the kids were a lot, so I decided, screw it, I'll just go back into Coles and get the last few things I need. So there are 2 Coles, and I had to stock up on quite a few things, and I'll show you that now. So they had cheese, but they only had the light cheese, so I still grabbed one. So that was $7.70. I'm completely out of cheese. I also got 2 lots of sandwich cheese because I need to make hubby a ton of sandwiches. That's why I've got bread. I've got Silverside and chicken, which were 2 for $5.50, and then $5.50 for this lot of ham. It is cheaper to get the tubs of yogurt and break it down into the jelly cups I have, but I haven't had a lot of time and I haven't been able to source the big tubs of yogurt from Woolworths or Coles, so I spent $4.70 for these 12 yogurts, which again, a little bit more expensive. I'm been a bit homesick, a bit sad lately, so I wanted to make some gluten-free scones, so I need cream for that, and then I needed cream to go on top. I could have whipped this, but I decided to just make it easy on myself because I'm feeling a little down. I have my 2 lots of 3-litre milk as usual, so that's $7.80 all up for that. The bread is now $1.55 each instead of $1.40, so there's that. And I got a $4 for grated Parmesan cheese. I had some packets, but once you open the packet, they're no longer airtight and it goes bad really quickly. The packets are cheaper, so I thought if I got this, once I've used this, I'll just buy the packets and refill it into this. So that's why I got that. I got a strawberry jam to go with my scones. They didn't have any store brand or any cheap ones, so I paid $3 for that. The back here, I got 2 of the delicious Uncle Toby blends oats for the kids, blueberry coconut and raspberry almond and vanilla. They were $2.90 on special this week. They were the same price as the other ones we get, so I splurged and got, well, I didn't splurge, they're the same price, so I got those instead. $7.50 for a 750 gram Nutella. I found beef chipolatas for $3.63. These are usually at Woolies and that 2 for $12, so this was a deal, so I grabbed those. They'll go into the freezer. They also had these pork Kiev with katsu sauce, which I thought was really interesting and fun, so I grabbed that. You can see the prices there. And then we got a ton of cereal. So from the back we got whole grain family pack of Milo. I usually get 2 of the small ones from Amazon delivered every 2 months, and those are 350 grams each, and they come in at about $3.50 to $4. This one here is a 700 grams, so the same amount for those 2. And instead of paying $7 something, $8 something, $6.50, so I grabbed that. I also have cereal containers now I got from Amazon, so I'm going to be using those. The Fruit Loops were $2.85, sorry, $3.15. The Cocoa Crunch was $2.85. Just Right, my boy loves, and it was $3.25 on special. And he really, really loves it. It's healthy, so I want to support it. And because it was cheap, I decided to get 2 and put it in one of those cereal savers so he can eat that for the next bit. This will also be broken up with toast and porridge and things like that. So that should be enough for the next 2 months, hopefully, touch wood. For hubby, I got 2 of these. I was getting these off of Amazon too they came out at $1.35 on the subscribe and save, but they've been out of stock for ages, so I just grabbed 2 for $1.50 on special this week. 2 Macs and cheeses, Easy Macs, one for hubby for work, one for here for my girl. She loves that, so I try and keep some on hand, and she'll have it maybe 1 packet a month or so and slowly eat through that, but we've been completely out. The Belvita minis the kids love, they were on special 2 for $6 or $5 each, but 2 for $6 is $3 a packet, which isn't too bad. So I got honey and choc chip for my girl and chocolate for my boy for lunch boxes. We got some Aussie Shapes Fiber Smart Pasta instead of dinosaur pasta. That was on special for $1.85. And I'm going to make some mac and cheese for the freezer and mac and cheese for lunch. So I thought I would do that. I like the smart pastas because they have like extra fiber or extra, whatever it is. I got milk arrots for my friend. If you've been following me for a while, I have a friend that comes over and has cups of tea with me, and these are her favorite biscuits, so I try and keep these on hand for her. Those were $1.75. Coming down, I hit the butchers. That was 3 chickens for $10. I'm doing a big cook-up and freezer meals and all sorts of things, so 3 chickens that I can butcher for $10. Brilliant. Over here, I got the kids treats for being good while we were out. They still have to remain good before they can have them. They couldn't decide what flavors they wanted, but these were $2.80 on special each. So they each picked 2. These are my daughters and these are my sons, and I'm going to let them have half a box of one of these this afternoon with some bananas and some oranges, and then they can have the other half of the box over the weekend, and then the other boxes will be another treat another day. Probably going to do a platter for those, but those were $2.80 each. Free fruit for kids apple. Gluten-free biscuits. So I got Scotch fingers and chocolate ripple for me. I also got some crackers because I have some fancy cheese I need to finish up, and I ran out of crackers. I got a self-raising flour for my scones. I'm almost completely out of all the Oregon ones I had in the stockpile, so I'm going to have to start buying that again, which is sad because it's going to eat into my budget. Although this 500 gram box was only $2.40, which I was pretty impressed with. We'll see how it goes. Gluten-free spaghetti and 2 tuna. The tuna was $3 each. I got one because I want to make tuna mornay. I've never had it, and my kids have never had it, but hubby said he liked it, so I'm going to give that a go since that's a really common budget meal. And then I'm also going to do some tuna rice balls and some tuna and cucumber sushi one night, so grabbed those, and they can live in the stockpile, so if something comes up I don't have to worry about using them. I got a lemonade for $3.50 because I'm making lemonade scones, so I needed a cup of lemonade for that, and I'll drink the difference, the rest. The bag of mee goreng at the fruit shop was $4.99 for a 10-pack. I'm just going to send that whole pack to work with hubby, along with all the freezer meals and stuff I'm going to make. $6.99 for a bag of potatoes. They've been $8.99 lately, so I grabbed a 5-kilo bag of those because we love potatoes, and I'll do like potato bake and roast potatoes, and that will be a big side in my house for the next month or 2. We are trying to cut the budget down a little to make room for more of these convenience items because of hub's work situation. $2.99 for 4 capsicums. So I was really happy with that. I'm going to have that fresh, and if I don't eat it all, I'll chop it up and put it in the freezer. A dozen eggs was $3.69, cheaper than Woolies and Coles, so I grabbed those. $2.99 for sesame seeds. I'm Perfect carrots from Coles was 1.5 kilos was $2, or it was 2 1-kilo bags for $3 at the fruit shop. So that's what I got. Moving on, I got a $5 box of oranges. It is a, let's see if I can come back, giant box of oranges. They're all lovely, perfect. Some of them are even still a little green. So we'll be having oranges for the next month or so. Oranges keep really well, although we do eat probably 3 to 4 kilos a week. And then I got a giant box of bananas for $5, which are all perfect. we'll probably eat 2 to 3 kilos in the next day or two, and I'm going to dice and freeze bananas for smoothies in the summer. And there is my grocery shop. So it was $28 at the fruit shop, which is all of this, the noodles, the eggs, the sesame seeds, the fruit. $10 at the butcher for the 3 chickens. And then I had to hit Coles twice. And the bigger shop was cheap. The bigger amount of items was cheaper than the smaller amount of items. So it was $92 the second time with all of the dairy, and it was $75 the first time with all of the cereals and the convenience items. So that comes up to almost $205 exactly, $204.97 or something. So definitely the most we spent, but hopefully that's okay because some of these were investments in next month's groceries, like the cereal and some of the fruit and all of that. Hi guys, it's Emily from Aussie Debt Free Girl here, back with another video for y'all. This is a grocery haul from Coles, a little bit from the butcher and a little bit from the fruit shop near me. It's not the cheapest I could have done, but I had 3 kids and a lot going on, so please forgive me. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the little notification bell to be notified when I post new videos, and stay tuned for all of that. Alright, so our grocery budget has changed a bit, but that's because our situation has changed a bit, and inflation and all of those things. But basically, to make it really short, hubby has a lot of work on at the moment. He is a supervisor, so it doesn't run without him. And they have a ton of work on, so he's doing 12-hour shifts. He doesn't eat breakfast in the morning, and he's leaving at 5 a.m. and not getting home until 6:30. So that's a lot of food that he needs to eat outside of the house. And it needs to be quick, convenient, like one-handed, easy items, because it's 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there throughout the day. So we are going to be buying more convenience items. I'm also going to be prepping some freezer meals and some lunches for him and packing his lunch again to try and keep that under control. But obviously if he's out of the house for 12 hours, he needs to be eating and taking care of himself. So that's going to be reflected in our grocery budget. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet, but I'm looking at somewhere around the 200 mark a week at the moment, while I get that sorted and get like some freezer meals stocked up in the freezer, and then hopefully I can reduce that to about 150 once I have some variety and I have some time to make it all. I'm also going to be buying slightly more convenience items because I do have a baby, a couple kids, running a business, and now he's out of the house for 12 hours every day of the week and busy on the weekends. I need to take care of myself as well, so I make things easy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. This is a massive shop in cost, but I don't think I actually got a ton, but we'll see what we can turn it into. So stay tuned for that. This was $205 all up.